Come on. Something bigger than me that I have to earn my right to be a part of. All right, I got 2 words for you today. 2 words, here they are. Go pro, go pro. Got a question to ask you today. Here it is. Do you ever think about how you think? How often do we find ourselves in situations and our mind is running crazy 1,000 miles an hour and we don't even know why? We can't control it, we can't stop it, and it certainly is not being helpful. Have you ever been there? I know I have. And I know that to overcome that, I must think about how I think. And I must change my mindset from that of an amateur to that of a professional. I must go pro in my mind, long before I go pro in my body, long before I get paid for doing what I do. I must change the way that I think, and I must go pro. I want to challenge us today, wherever you are, from 6th grade to 12th, whether you're in practice or getting ready to step foot on a game, I want to challenge you today to go pro, to handle and to see the things that are in front of you through the mindset, the lens of a professional, not an amateur. Here's what I mean. When you face a challenge, a difficulty, an obstacle, an amateur gets flattened by it. But a professional, they're fueled by it. You see, when you go pro, you get fueled by challenges. Amateurs, they look for the easy way. They look for easy opponents, simple tasks that they can achieve lots of, so it looks like they're better than they really are. And they do that until they get exposed, and then they go somewhere else. That when the challenge gets too difficult, they, rather than overcoming, getting better, they just go look for another easy place to be. But a professional, when you go pro, well, you look for the next great challenge. You look for the next difficulty. You look for the next obstacle, and then you overcome it because you know you only become the best by overcoming the challenges that tried to hold you down. I wonder, in the classroom, are you an amateur or are you a professional? Oh, don't you know there's some challenges in the classroom, and there's some of us that think like an amateur. I want to do the least I can do and get away with it. I want to challenge you to go pro in the classroom and ask yourself, what work can I do to get the best grade that I can get? 87.3 is my best. I'm not going to settle for an 87.2. I wonder, would you go pro in the challenges in your life when the workout is difficult? When the first half didn't go the way that you thought it should? When the week has been harder than any week before, and yet you still have the big game on Friday night? I wonder, would you go pro in the way that you think? You see, professionals, when they face challenges, they're fueled by. Amateurs are flattened. What are you? I ask you to change your mindset, because professionals understand garbage in, garbage out. But amateurs, they get confused by why they're getting garbage out when they put garbage in. Don't you understand that professionals get that what they put in their mind, in their ear, and in their body determines what they get out of it? They surround themselves with stupid people. They know they're going to do stupid things. Amateurs, on the other hand, they surround themselves with stupid people, and then they're confused why they end up doing stupid things. They wonder why it is that they're not being successful when they surround themselves with unsuccessful people. But the professional, their mindset says, listen, I got to every bite of food I put in my body matters. Did you know Russell Wilson, quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks, spends $1 million a year on his body? He understands that if he puts garbage in his mind, puts garbage in his body, if he's surrounded by garbage, he's going to get garbage out. He's not a professional because he can spend $1 million on his body. He spends $1 million on his body every year because he's a professional. His mind understands the truth. Garbage in, garbage out. But amateurs, they get confused by it. Listen to me. If you don't like what you're getting out of your life, become a professional. Go pro in your mind. Change what you put in. Garbage in, garbage out. When you go pro, you get fueled by your challenges. When you go pro, you understand garbage in, garbage out. When you go pro, you work when it is required, not when you feel like it. Don't you know amateurs only work when they feel like working? They'll work when they get rewarded, when they get praised, when they get paid up front, when they get celebrated. But a professional, they work when it's required. Don't feel like it, don't care. My goals don't care about my feelings, and my feelings don't care about my goals. I'm a professional. So today I'm gonna do my work. It's cold outside. I don't care that it's cold. I have a job to do. It's difficult. I don't care. I have a job to do. It was harder than I thought it was gonna be. I don't care. I have a job to do. They're bigger, stronger, faster than they were last week. They're a better opponent than we prepared for. I don't care. I have a job to do. You see, that's a mindset. It takes no talent to go pro in your mind. So here's my challenge for you, 8th grade or 12th, anywhere in between. Let go pro become a mantra, a rallying cry for you. You wake up in the morning, don't feel like giving your best today. Look yourself in the eye and say, let's go pro today. You step on the field, first half didn't go the way it's supposed to. In the locker room, let's huddle up. Let's go pro today. Let's go pro in the second half. Let's go pro on this play. Let's do what pros do. We rise to the challenge. It fuels us to give our best. Let's rise to the challenge. Let's change the way we talk to one another so that we change the way we play for one another. Let's go pro right here, right now, and do our job. It's what professionals do. And long before you ever go pro to the big leagues, getting paid to do what you love, you must learn right here, right now, to go pro in the mind. But if you will, change everything. Friends, I don't know your goals or dreams, big or small, short-term or long, but I do know this. If you want to find success in the game of sports, the game of life, it's not complicated. It's as simple as 2 words. You got to go pro. Let's have a good one today.